Right, relax. So I kind of messed it up at first, but that's all right.
No, it's okay.
We all make mistakes sometimes, right?
It happens.
I know it happens.
I blame the tech.
Exactly.
That's all right. That's all right. I'll take full blame. All right. Hey, Rob, what's going on? Hey, Billy, what's going on? Yeah, so we got Tim from Southern Beard Company as our guest today. So we got some really great conversation tonight. And I guess before we get started, I actually took my mother out to breakfast this morning. We actually really, based on my job, I could be working any day. I could have been working today. So sometimes when I work on a day like today, like a Mother's Day or something like that, we actually have to celebrate a different day because of work and what I do. So, but luckily I had the weekend off. I was able to, take my mom out to breakfast and hang out with her for a little bit. So,
Yeah.
But she actually lives with us here, so I see her every day.
Every day is Mother's Day.
Yeah. So yeah. So anybody else do anything good for this weekend? I mean, but besides Mother's Day, like Saturday or something like that, anybody else do anything fun?
No, I lost my mom in 2012.
Yeah. What about you, Mick? Anything fun yesterday?
Not really. Just had a really super lazy weekend. Watched just random TV shows, hockey, drank some beers. Nothing exciting. Yeah, and then the Mother's Day stuff. I just got back from visiting my mom, and tomorrow I'm off tomorrow, so just gonna see if some friends want to hang out outdoors, and that's pretty much it for me.
Nice.
And Tim, how are you? What do you think yesterday? I know you said something about you. I guess did some mom stuff today, right?
Yeah, we had yesterday and today. So today was just more or less going to see the in-laws, celebrate my wife. We're new parents, so not relatively new. I guess she's almost 2 years old at this point, but it's our second Mother's Day, so I wanted to try to make it a little special. So we did something. We went out to church yesterday and went out to dinner and just kind of spent the day just as a family, just bouncing around from place to place, just going out to dinner and stuff like that. So it was a good day, good weekend.
Right, that's pretty good. And then Irish, welcome in. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, Tim, I guess first we'd like to know, maybe tell us a little about yourself. And, as much or a little as you want to, just kind of get to know you, at a personal level, So.
Yeah, well, my name's Tim. I'm the owner of Southern Beard Co. So, I'm a full-time dad, and, I have a full-time job as well. This is just kind of the thing I do after hours. So, I truly love every part of it. It's been so much fun getting to meet people in the community like this and just getting out there, getting to represent the brand, and also just making new friends while I'm out there doing it. My wife and I, like I said, we're new parents. We have a daughter named Aubrey, a dog named Copper, and he's a bit of a mutt. He's a mix with pit bull and beagle, so it's just a giant beagle, really, is all he is. But yeah, that's just a little bit about me. I like doing normal guy stuff, drinking beers, drinking whiskey, hanging out on the weekends. I'm just a normal guy, really, when it comes down to it.
Right. And welcome in, Nick. Both Billy and Nick say they got storms in the area, so yeah, I hope your internet doesn't go out there, Nick. So welcome in. Yeah. So Southern Beard Company. When did you start Southern Beard Company?
So unofficially, we started back in 2015. I was just testing out things in our apartment. At the time, we lived in Orlando, the Central Florida area. So we were down there, and I knew we were moving soon, didn't know where. So I kind of held off on getting the business license until we were more established. So officially, we opened in 2017. And, it was just kind of, I'd get an order here and there from usually a family friend. And recently, probably back late 2019, early 2020, so right around pandemic time, is really when we started hitting the ground running, just, starting to get my face out there a little bit more, getting to meet people in the community, things like that. So we have been around for a while now at this point. A lot longer than some of these newer companies, but I mean, we're still just a small company. I make everything fresh whenever people order it. So it's the chai tea oil, that's good stuff. But I mean, I'm just a guy that loves doing what I do and just getting to make friends while I'm out here doing it.
That's cool. All right, so why did you want to start the company?
Oh man, it's honestly, I was so I do web design as a full-time job, and I'm a digital marketer as a full-time job. So I kind of had the background really to make a website. I knew I wanted to do something, wasn't sure what for the longest time. I just knew I wanted to own a business and get something up and running. So really, how it all started was, my wife was like, I grew out my beard one No Shave November randomly, and she was like, if you're going to keep that thing, you got to keep it clean. So I started making things. I knew I wanted to do all organic from the very beginning. That was my thing, was just, if I'm going to make it for myself, I want to do it right. And, that's just kind of how it all spiraled from there. It just kind of took on a life of its own, really. So, yeah, I mean, it just kind of blossomed, really.
Right. All right, so guys in the chat, if you have any questions throughout this process, just put them in the chat and we'll get those answered. And of course, our guys here on the screen, if y'all have any questions, just pop right in with them. But let's go over the products you sell. So what kind of products do you sell on your website?
So we got anything from mustache wax, beard oil, balm, butter, wash. I mean, I even have a couple of grooming products, brushes. So a little bit of everything, really. Try not to limit myself in really anything. As far as the scents go, we have over 40 different scents. So that was one of the things I really wanted to do, was add variety. A lot of these big companies, they have 8 to 10 scents probably. And, that was one thing that I noticed, was that a lot of these companies just kind of stick to what they know. And really one thing that I wanted to do was branch out, bring something new to the table. You see that, I don't know if you guys really had a chance to scroll through the website, but we got scents anything from chocolate covered cherry, blueberry muffin, Billy mentioned chai tea. So, we got a little bit of everything, anything from a fruity scent to a cologne scent. We try to cover the full gamut.
Do you find that overwhelming, though, having all those scents, getting in different orders for different scents?
No, I mean, like I said, I got a couple orders later tonight that I got to whip up. So, I mean, it's just something that I've gotten used to. Whenever I was getting started, it was a little overwhelming because I did know I wanted to have all these different scents.
Right.
But I didn't know where to start. It's endless options that you can really go to. So I will say it was probably a little overwhelming at the very beginning, but now, I mean, I've been doing this for over 5 years. I've kind of gotten in a rhythm. I know exactly how to make all the mixes. I mean, I do have a little scratch pad just in case, my memory falls short of me sometimes. I know exactly how to make the mix, but, I hardly ever refer to it at this time. I know what all the scents are supposed to smell like, how they're supposed to feel, how they're supposed to look at certain points in the process. So,
nice.
Yeah.
What brought you into the community? Which came first, the company and getting that started, or did something pull you into the community first, and then you're like, hey, I can do this?
That is a great question. I've never had that one before. So yeah, I just started it. Like I said, I knew I wanted to start a company. Wasn't sure what. Eventually landed on Southern Beard Co. designed the logo, got the website up and running, and then discovered there's this whole community of people out there that want to learn about, you know, products and try new things like that. So yeah, I mean, I just decided I was going to start a company, and then actually Beard Talk with Kyle and Joe were the first guys that I really did a review with. They reached out to me when they were getting started. Joe had placed an order probably 3 months before that, and he was like, "Hey man, I love the stuff. What do you think? Can you just, you know, help us out here, get us up and running?" So yeah, I mean, awesome guys there. So I was always happy to help them. They're super good guys. So yeah, we kind of partnered up from the very beginning, and that was my real introduction to the community.
Nice. It's always interesting because I know, unlike most people's story, is they came in through Scuba. I don't know if you know who that is, or like Dancy Bearded, you know. So it's always cool to see when it's some of these like other up and coming YouTubers that are mentioned of like, hey, you know, it was Beard Talking with Kyle and Joe that brought me in, or like Brian from Beards and Banjos, like a quote unquote smaller channel compared to those bigger ones. So I always love hearing that. That's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly had no idea who Scuba was. Probably gonna hate that I'm saying that, but he's a cool guy. So I mean, I had no idea who he was until I was, you know, I said I started this in 2015 unofficially. Probably mid 2018, I found out who the heck he was. I'd heard the name here and there. I was like, why does everyone that has a beard love scuba diving? I don't get it. It took me a while to make the connection there, but yeah.
I know you mentioned about, you know, scrolling through your site and all the different types of scents. You know, that's of course that's what I did when I, you know, before I made a purchase from you. I was looking through all the scents, and you do have some, you know, a lot of scents and some interesting scents too. Of course, you know, I went with the Suns Out, Guns Out, the Himalayan Bamboo, French Vanilla, and Fleet Street. So, and of course, out of these four. My favorite out of these particular four was Fleet Street, the barber shop. That's the barber shop. So
yeah,
I really loved that one. Of course, my next favorite one was the Himalayan Bamboo. But that was my other half. That was his favorite. So, but yeah, I mean, I loved all the scents. Of course, you know, I did that review for you a little while back, and
yeah,
but yeah, that was awesome. Man, I love the products. So. Yeah, these are it's awesome products you have. So yeah.
Yeah, one of the things I try to keep with all my products, with, you know, of course, the exception of the beard wash. Beard wash is a little bit more complicated, but you know, all of my products, you'll notice whenever you read the ingredients label, the one thing that I try to stick to from anything from the name, the label, the ingredients, even the scent profiles in some cases, I try to keep things simple. That's, you know, Southern Beard Co. That's what you think of when you think of the South. You think of simplicity. You think of, you know, taking it slow. That's what I tried to stick to. Simple, clean, organic ingredients, and it kind of stemmed to the labels, the scent profiles, the names.
So you don't use any fragrance oil then, or any fragrance in your oils? And
yeah. So I mean, in some of the scents, I do use fragrance oils, but a lot of them I'll use a mix of essential oils. So, you know, with one of my scents, Citrus Grove, it's, you know, a mix of, I think, 6 different essential oils. And then some of them are a mix of 2 or 3 different fragrance oils, just to kind of get that. Like Fleet Street is one of those ones that does include fragrance oils. But, you know, you got to branch out away from the essential oils every now and then to get the right scent profile you're looking for.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, some scents are just, like, so, like, especially, like, the really specific ones, like the Oreo cookie, whatever, you know, like, when people have stuff like that, like, okay, how are you going to pull that out of essential? So I'm always curious, like, yeah. But the nice thing with fragrance, too, is you only need a couple drops and you get the scent that you want. So it's not super expensive to add it in.
Yeah, and when it comes to scents, the Himalayan Bamboo was the only one. It's the one that, you know, kind of confused me at first, because I was thinking, you know, bamboo and stuff like that. But, you know, of course, when I smelled it, of course, I mentioned that in my review. It smelled to me like a bed of roses to me, you know, and my husband. So that, I mean, I love the scent, but I just thought the name kind of confused me there. So
yeah, it does definitely have a more floral scent. That was part of my Woodsman line that I rolled out. So that one had cedar, the teak wood, Himalayan bamboo, and another one that's escaping me at the moment. But I was trying to come up with something that was a little bit different, a little bit off the beaten path. It does have the underlying bamboo scent, but you will notice that it's a lot more than just bamboo. It's it's kind of a floral mix, really. Like a rose kind of almost.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what me and my husband both got out. So, but don't get me wrong, man. We love the scent, you know. But, so let's go back to why more specifically did you pick Southern Beard Co? I mean, well, first, where are you from?
I was born down near Tampa, Florida, in a small town called Lakeland. My wife and I, we both went to school at UCF in Orlando, and just recently, in the last 4 years, we moved up to Atlanta. So that's where I am right now, just in the suburbs of Atlanta, right in a small town called Noonan.
Right. So Southern Beard Co. Yeah, so I guess you already kind of mentioned kind of why the name, be simplistic and all that kind of stuff. And let me ask you a question real quick, so while I'm thinking about it, your mustache wax. I mean, how good of a hold is the mustache wax?
I mean, I don't use mustache wax on the regular. I did try to use it a couple times, just for testing purposes, of course. That thing held all day and through the night into the next day. My wife told me I had to wash it out. She said I was getting it on her face, So she was like, "You got to get rid of it."
I really don't like the way like wax feels. It's just so.
Yeah, I agree.
Like it just keeps everything so. I don't know. I always feel like my mustache is like coiled up or something, and it's just like super hard. It just feels weird. It feels so unnatural. So I tend to go with like a hard hold balm for mustache stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I do too. I got a kind of thick wax I'm using right now. I have some Savvy Jack, and it's pretty stiff. But I've used some really hard balm too, but it didn't really do a good enough job because my hairs tend to just come down from my lips. I tend up eating it anyway, so I need a kind of a stronger wax. So if it's that strong, I might need to make a purchase there and test
I had a question for you, Tim. Do you feel that you're now more gearing towards a grooming company, or just staying as a beard company?
That's a good question. I guess I like to think of us as a beard company, but when it comes down to it, I guess we are technically trending towards a grooming company. A lot of the things that we have coming on the horizon, I'm not fully ready to announce just yet,
right.
But kind of where my mindset is trending, I guess, would be more towards the grooming side of things. But we originally started out as a beard company. Of course, we had beard oil, balm, and we actually just released our butter in the last year. So this is all that's kind of the roots of it all, and then started kind of spreading out from there.
Yeah. Good on you, man, because it's totally a growing industry. Like, honestly, even just selling like a really nice pair of shears. I saw that you have some brushes and things like that on there, actually super affordable price too. Like as long as you can find like a reseller or whatever that isn't like crazy expensive, you can really make bank on that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's the hard part with a lot of these organic products that I use is so I have all these great ideas that I want to capitalize on and try to, get them out there to the people. But the hardest part, honestly, is trying to find a reliable source to continuously keep these products on shelf, because what's the point of putting something out there if you can't keep it on the shelf,
Yeah.
Right. Since Brian brought it up, I was actually going to ask you about your wash because I've heard some good things about it. So can you tell us a little bit about your wash? Is it more stripping or not? No, is it more of a daily wash, or what kind of wash is it?
So again, all organic from top to bottom. We originally released it back in November. So we had a beard shampoo. I wasn't, I liked it, but it wasn't really cutting it. So I swiped that off the site as fast as I could and, gave everyone that had purchased it in the last 3 months, I gave them the new wash to replace it free of charge. So really what started it all was I mean, we wanted something totally organic, and it's non-stripping. So in its, I guess when it comes down to it, it's meant to be a stripping wash, but I've added in oils and things like aloe vera, raw honey, organic, of course, that will kind of negate all of that. So it kind of strips it, but also replenishes the oil at the same time, if that makes any sort of sense. I know I'm trying to explain it, but if you haven't tried it, it's just hard to really get it across. Yeah, the new thicker formula, like Brian mentioned, we did add new organic guar gum to it, which is, it was a little thin at first, and the guar gum really thickens it up. Not too much, of course, but it gets a really nice lather, suds up, and you really don't need to use that much of it. Honestly, it kind of takes care of itself.
That was going to be my question of what do you use as a thickening agent, because it's hard to find a good thickening agent for a wash just from talking to other companies that is like organic, right? So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I definitely like a little thicker wash because it's really thin.
It just falls out.
Yeah, you might pour too much out.
Yeah, half of it ends up on the shower floor.
Yeah.
That happened to me the first time I tried Barden. And their wash is great too. But the first time I tried, I wasn't expecting it to be so liquidy, and I just like squeezed the bottle to get some, because you're used to like soap and stuff. It comes out thick, right? And I squeezed the bottle, and I swear like a quarter of the bottle came out in the palm of my hand. I was like, whoa, maybe that's a little bit too much.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so little goes a long way. Suds explosion.
That's right.
That's another thing. I like my washes to be really sudsy.
Yeah, me too.
It just makes you feel like, it's not probably not getting any cleaner than the less sudsy one, but it just makes you feel like it's getting clean,
Yeah, I mean of course, whenever I make something, I have to test it for 2 weeks at least, probably, before I'm ready to make a decision on whether I need to take it to the second stage of testing. So, the first time I tried it, very first time, I got out of the shower, I ran up to my wife, I was like, feel my beard, it feels like a cloud. Can you get that out of my face? It's a really good wash, and I know probably every company owner will say that, but yes, yeah, it does. Yeah, probably even more so, honestly. I'll let Brian try to answer that one. He's tried both of them, but it does suds up just like the original one, and I would honestly say probably even a little bit more.
Outstanding. All right, so let's go over some of the actual ingredients in your products. Do you remember top of your head?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You want me to go for it, or you want to read them?
Well, I'll read them then.
I can go for it.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. The oil is organic sweet almond oil, organic jojoba oil. I never really figured out how to pronounce that. I think it's jojoba oil, and organic argan oil. The butters are organic shea butter, organic coconut oil, organic jojoba oil, and organic sweet almond oil. So 4 ingredients in the butter, 3 ingredients in the oil, and 4 ingredients in the balm. We got organic shea butter, organic coconut oil, organic sweet almond oil, and organic beeswax. I told you I've been doing this for a while now.
Well, yeah,
the best.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, so when we talk about the wash, you make? I guess you also make it in house, right? So
yeah,
because I know a lot of companies they outsource the washes, so that's pretty cool to see.
Really?
Doing it.
I didn't know it was that easy. No, I make everything in house.
Well, I've noticed some that do that. So but it's really cool seeing the company try to do that in house too. So
yeah, no, I mean everything that's placed, like every single order that's placed. Like if you place an order right now, tonight, I'm going to be making it in my kitchen. So whether it's a wash, a balm, butter, oil, it's all made fresh 100% every time.
There's a reason why washes are outsourced so much. I would venture a guess that if I were to ask you which product took you the longest to nail, it's probably the wash, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's exactly why.
Yeah. The wash probably has upwards of probably 10 to 15 ingredients, so don't ask me to name all of them off the bat. Yeah, the ones that are really unique in it are obviously water is like, the base of it all. But organic raw honey and organic aloe vera are two of the things that you don't see in a lot of these washes out there that really kind of separate it from the competition, in my opinion.
I have to try your wash now, especially after what Billy and Brian were saying, because I have my go-to wash that I use and I don't buy from anyone else, but now I think I'm gonna have to try yours.
All right.
So I might just too, along with that mustache wax. And I know Brian just said something about it's only whipped butter he's ever seen, but he meant to say he meant balm.
Yeah. So our balms are all 100% whipped. Not to the point where I would whip a butter necessarily. Butters are meant to have that kind of light, airy feel to them, but the balm still has that, I would say probably like a medium hold to it. But yeah, basically there's the cooking phase, and then I have to let it sit until it hardens, and then I whip it from there and do a couple of unique things I'm not going to mention here just for privacy secrets. But it's one of the things I really wanted to do is just try to find a unique touch on every single product that I make, and I think that's what makes the balm unique by far, is the whipped aspect.
Right. Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know if to say but there is another company that has a whip balm out there that I know of.
Ooh.
So I don't know who came first, but company, so many companies out there, people will have the same idea and come out with similar type things. So, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
But I think there may be one more. I'm trying to think of, but I do definitely know there's one more out there.
Here I was thinking I was unique. Oh man, take it back to the drawing board.
I don't know when did you start whipping the bombs, or were they always?
So I started back in 2015 with just oils. I'd say probably early 2016 at the latest, maybe even late 2015. I remember it was actually, it's kind of a funny story. So we were in an apartment in Orlando at the time, and I had a few drinks in me, and we were in the process of like moving up to Atlanta. So my wife was up here doing job interviews, stuff like that. So I was at home alone, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna whip this thing and see what happens. Because I had 4 or 5 different combinations of things that I had tried.
Well, then for what I know about this other company, you were definitely first. So.
All right, I'll take it.
There you go.
You heard it here, folks.
Okay. And he got. Oh, hey, David. And of course, the other guys that jumped in, we were just saying hi. So welcome in, guys. And I get my chance to actually say hi to y'all. So, but we did wave to everybody that was coming in. So welcome in, guys. Thanks for being here and enjoying this great conversation we're having with Tim. So remember, if there's any questions in the chat from y'all, just put them out there. All right. Nick or Ron, do you have anything right now?
No, at the moment I don't. I'm listening.
I got a question for you guys.
Okay.
How did you guys get started in this? Like, obviously, you guys knew there was a community before I did. So, with that being said, how did you guys get started? What was the process? Where did you, what was the light bulb that said, I'm going to go for it?
Well, for me, I know Mick's been around longer than I have. For me,
yeah,
I've been actually having a beard for quite some time, probably for almost 20 years now, of some sort. And I just recently grew it out. Actually, it was kind of a long type business beard before COVID started. And that November before COVID, I started letting it grow out. And of course, then I did a couple of trims between November and COVID. But then COVID hit, I just let it grow out for good. And I've trimmed probably about 3 times or so since then. But actually getting in the community, let's see, I started this channel well, it's been almost a year. Back in July, I started this channel last year, and I just got in the actual community. I found scuba and all that kind of stuff probably the end of 2019.
Okay.
Well, that's what I found first. I found scuba, then I found, led me to DNC, then led me to these, all the other guys. So, and since I've been having a beard, and I enjoyed watching these videos. Of course, me being a gay man, I figured I'd have made different aspects and other people. I don't know what I was thinking, but I thought I could, I could do it too. Other gay guys could relate to me. Not that they can relate to anybody else, but I thought they could relate to me better. So I started my own channel, and so far I've enjoyed it. I mean, I love doing the content, and I've had really good support. I'm at 488 subscribers right now, which is probably more than I thought I might have. But so I'm having fun doing this, and just really getting to meet new people like this, and conversations on live streams like this. It's really, really awesome. So, of course, but I did actually have a channel before that where I call it Dagan's Catching a Liar and Thief, because that's just based on my prior background as a loss prevention manager. So I kind of talked about, how to spot lying and how to spot people stealing from like a retail company, basically. And then that's when I started the beard channel like that. Then I was doing both at one time. Then it got too much for me, so I kind of just quit the lying channel and just continued on with the beard channel. But now, recently, I started doing videos about tips about how to spot liars. So I'm bringing that back because I've gotten good feedback about that. So
come full circle.
Yeah.
For myself, I've actually been on YouTube since like 2010, 2009. A lot of people don't know that. I used to have like a skit channel where I would just like come up with these like funny skits, and I would like be in like different characters and things like that. And but then I got older, and like that stuff is not, I don't want my kids' friends seeing that this is what the content that I'm putting on YouTube. So I actually ended up like unlisting all those videos, and so only I can see them now. But so that's kind of where it started for me. And I always knew that I like really enjoyed being on YouTube, and I wanted to do something else, but I didn't know what that something else was until I actually found Beard Brand first, because I started getting into like just taking care of my beard by going to like a barber that knows how to handle a beard, and then buying products off their shelves. And then I was like, oh, I want to see what's available online. And so I found Beard Brand, although I still haven't tried any of their products, but I found their videos. And that led me to then Scuba and Dancy. And then I was like, hey, definitely enjoying trying all these new products. Maybe I can do these review videos and how-to videos. I've had a beard since my early 20s, and I'm 37 now. So might know a few things about beards. And so I was like, yeah, I'll start a channel and see how it goes. And I think I put up my first video, which was actually me shaving my almost full year worth of length. I think my beard was like 9 months. So my first video was a shave video, and with a straight razor, and that video now has like 60,000 views. It kind of blew up a little bit. And then so I think that was almost 3 years now, maybe 2.5 years. And yeah, I'm sitting at 640 something right now for subscribers.
Nice. Pretty good. I've always had some type of facial hair since I'm a kid. But I've never had a full long beard. I've always kept it very short, or a goatee. So I turned 50 and I decided I wanted to grow a beard, but I didn't know anything about how to take care of a long beard. So I started Googling that, and I wound up finding the Sultan Silver. I found him first, and that led me into the whole rabbit hole of all the other YouTube guys. And I won a giveaway on Dan's channel, and he sent me over to IG, and I found that side of it. And I started doing unboxings on Instagram and stuff like that. And then other people started messaging me, when are you going to start a channel? When are you going to, start your YouTube channel? And, I said, well, I'm trying to learn. I want to learn more before I, actually start my channel. So, people kept egging me on and stuff. So I just decided to give it a shot. So, I'm about at 250, 255 now, something like that. subscribers, way more than I honestly thought I'd ever have. I mean, I thought maybe if I got 10, I'd be lucky, subscribers. So to have over 250 is just been an amazing ride for me. I love it. I enjoy meeting people. I enjoy being on here. I just hope I can make the community a better place. So.
And the best way to get started is to just get started, right? Like, and I'm sure you realize that once you did finally get started, you're probably like, oh, I should have just got started sooner. I'm learning so much more by doing it.
And my first Instagram video, actually, I was too scared to even show my face on it. I'm like filming the box as I'm opening it. It was literally too. I mean, I've never used tech. I've never, selfies and stuff. I mean, I've been on Facebook with friends and stuff, but. One picture, the same picture for like 5 years, 6 years up there on Facebook. So, friends had to urge me to put new ones up to take them. So even to do selfies. So tech and stuff and all this YouTube stuff, I had to learn from scratch. So, but everybody's been very helpful with that part of it. So.
Yeah. Hey, Devin. Yeah. I remember that first video you did on IG. But, you got comfortable and, got through it. So, but yeah, I mean, that's with anything, if you have something in mind you want to do, you just got to do it. Get out there and do it. Because
just do it. That's the advice I'd give. Don't even think about it. Just do it. Put it out. Even if you don't like it, because I didn't like my first YouTube videos. I thought they were horrible. But you know what? When I put it out there and people watched it, that's not what I heard back from them. Everyone was just like looking and saying you did a great job. It's for your first video and I'm thinking it's terrible. So I had to literally tell myself, Ron, don't listen to what your voice is telling you in your head. Just put it out, do it and put it out there. Listen to what everyone else is telling you. So that's what kept me going, doing that. And now I enjoy it. I really enjoy doing it.
Well, and it also helps when you have a lot of people supporting you. I mean, kind of like you, Tim, I mean, when you started your company, did you had a good support chain back then when you tried to start your company, or was it just
no? No. If I'm being totally honest, it was it was hard. I mean, I always the one thing that really kept me going was like, it's easy to start something and it's easy to come up with an idea and just get it off the ground, but the hard part is keeping it going.
Yeah.
The hard part is finding that next thing, trying to find that drive to keep going and keep yourself, motivated whenever you're just, down and out. Like I said, I started this thing back in 2015 and until probably mid 2019, that's when things really started kicking off for me. So just kind of sticking to your guns. Like Ron was saying, I knew what I was wanting and I was just hesitating on myself really more than anything. I knew the people liked it, and then it kind of gave me that courage to really get out there and kind of put myself out there like I am right now, just getting out and meeting new people, going on YouTube channels, Instagram Live, and just kind of putting my face out there and just kind of owning it, really. It's like I said, it's easy to start something. It's hard to keep it going. So that's really what it all kind of comes down to.
Well, and I'd like to ask, when you first started your products and I guess you pass them out to like friends and families that have had beards and stuff. Did you just ever pass it out to some? Well, I would say some really a random person because you went, but somewhat kind of a random person to get their thoughts on it too, or
yeah, I had never even been to a barbershop before. I took my stuff in there and I was like, here. I mean, I had just like started, back in it was probably like 2016. And I was like, hey, I'm trying this. Would you be open to just, testing this out for me, let me know what you think? And the guy was so cool. He was awesome. He was like, yeah, absolutely. Like I have dozens of these, like I'm looking for something new. And so it's that kind of, warm embrace that really like, gets you going, makes you, realize that you're onto something with this.
Yeah. Cause I mean, because I asked you that question because sometimes I think companies will just, put out the products for like families and friends, but when you get families and friends, they may not tell you full truth of what you need to know.
Yeah.
They may not be totally honest, because I've seen that with other companies. They put something out, they say they give it family and friends, they love it, but then when they actually get reviews on it, nobody likes it. So it's like that's why I asked, see what kind of. Yeah. But
I mean, my first customer was my uncle, and I asked him what he thought of it, and he said it was good. And I was like, that's it? Like, that's all you're gonna give me? I'm looking to get things off the ground here, man. You gotta give me a little something to go on. But the first year or two I was doing this, I was sending out like a half-ounce oil with every single purchase. I would just pick a random scent and toss it in there. Hope you like it, just as a thank you, and hoping I would get some feedback. And yeah, it did eventually kind of start coming through that. And that's, if you guys have ever ordered from me, you've seen that we all handwrite the notes. We were asking people for feedback, like, please, we're trying to get some feedback on this. Please let us know. And yeah, once we kind of got our roots settled, we started doing reviews, and just kind of took off from there, really.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, some of the best feedback you get is from the guys from the community. So, I mean, some people won't reach out, but some people, plenty of people will. So, yeah, that's really good idea. All right, let's ask let's go off the beard company question for a little bit. Let's ask some kind of random questions here.
All right.
So, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue. Blue's my favorite color.
Absolutely.
All right. What's your favorite food?
Oh man, it's a tie between shrimp pasta and shrimp and grits. I'm a big seafood guy coming from Florida, so yeah, shrimp and grits is probably number one. That's what my wife makes me every single birthday. Yeah, so that's probably number one, I'd have to say.
All right. So what's your favorite type of shrimp? Is it like butterflied or fried or grilled or whatever,
Man, I don't want to say all of them because that doesn't really answer the question. I don't know, probably blackened, I guess. Just a little bit of spice in there. But coconut, definitely coconut shrimp makes a run for it.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so what would be your favorite vacation spot?
Oh, man. My wife and I went to Ireland for our honeymoon. That was a cool place. But as far as like a place that I can go consistently, my parents have a house down on the river in Florida. It's called Weeki Wachee, Florida. It's a beautiful little spring right down there. That's my favorite place. That's my happy place, I guess.
Yeah, it's not too far from me, right up 19 here.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ron's there from Florida. I've been to Florida. I've been to the Florida Keys. That's back when I was probably around 15, 16. Back when I was a kid.
I've never been to the Florida Keys, even though I live down here. I've never been there.
Not once?
No, not once. That's terrible, isn't it? I need to get over there.
Yeah, my wife and I are going for her 30th birthday this year.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so we're going down to the Keys for a week, and I'm super excited for it.
That's awesome.
I keep telling her she's going to be an old lady. She's going to be 30, and I'll be a bright and young 29 still. So.
All right, and I'm going to ask these two questions. Everybody's always asking, but I don't think I remember hearing the answers from you. So I'm going to ask you: does pineapple belong on pizza?
Yes.
All right, there you go.
Is that the right answer?
Yes, it is.
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah, it depends on who you ask.
Yeah, depends on who you ask. Ron, no. Me, yes. Nick?
And some people will get into some pretty savage arguments. Friends off.
And how do you like your steak cooked?
Ooh, I'd say probably rare.
Oh,
I'll usually go with medium because rare is a little it's kind of iffy sometimes. But if I'm going to like a Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, I'm gonna get rare. But, if it's my dad cooking it, I'll get medium because I don't trust his cooking skills all that much.
Right.
Oh God, I should have known, Devin.
right there with you, Dev. Rare, oh, no.
Oh yeah, I can't do rare, but anything else I can do. I can do medium to well done. It doesn't matter, but not.
Yeah, I found when I was younger, I liked it like medium to rare, like with a lot of pink in there. But as I got older, I liked it more well done and more well done. And now I like it well done. It's just burnt.
If you
I don't know why it changed.
If you like a really slow cook a well done, it's not that bad. I accidentally made a well done steak the other day, and it was actually pretty good. It was very tender and juicy, and but I do enjoy my like medium rare. But yeah, it actually wasn't too bad. I was actually surprised.
Yeah, I was raised up on well done steak, so I'm just used to it.
Yeah.
But anyway, if Tim, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Ooh.
Good question.
Teleportation would be pretty cool. Also, I guess the ability to be invisible would be probably like teleportation be 1A, invisibility would be 1B.
Just be on a fly on the wall.
Right.
I never heard anybody say teleportation though. It's always like flying or super strength or so.
Reading minds.
Cool.
Well, yeah, teleportation, that is a good thing. You can just be in any place at any time.
Yeah. And across the world and visit somewhere across the world just like snap of a finger.
I know.
And make travel way cheaper and
travel
less
anxiety inducing.
Yeah, you can hit that snooze button 2 in the morning for work. Snap. There.
All right. So what was your first car?
My first car was a Hunter Green Ford Explorer. It was but not like the typical Explorer. It was the truck version, the Sport Track.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a 1990. It was an old beat up thing. 200,000 miles on it.
Nice.
I drove it until it started smoking on the side of the road.
Do you find that you still have like dreams about that car? Like, do you sometimes dream about just driving around in it, like back when you had it? Because I have that with my first car. Like every once in a while, I'll just have a dream.
Yeah,
like,
I'll daydream about it. Sure. That's not a bad power.
I know.
Yeah, man, I'll daydream about it here and there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't think anyone forgets their first car.
Yeah.
Well,
I had a 79 Firebird, and I loved it. I sold it to a friend actually, and he loved it too. So
nice. What about you, Dagan? What was your first?
It was a 1972 Super Beetle.
Nice. Oh yeah.
And
I remember that from the last one.
Well, yeah,
I still got to drive my first car because I sold it to my friend. He let me, drive it whenever we hung out. So
yeah.
I like the Beetle so much that I've owned 5 of them, throughout my lifetime. So
yeah,
I even got the tattoo.
What?
So someday I'll get me another one. But the last one I actually bought, my 5th one that I actually owned, was chop topped and has suicide doors, and all the interior was all custom. So it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Dang.
But my best one was, that was really nice, but I should say my fastest one was just a really old beat up 68. It had been lowered just a tiny bit, but the paint job was crappy. The interior was crappy, but it was fast because it had a beefed up engine, and that was probably back in early 2000s when I had it, but it got stolen.
I was gonna say that's when it got stolen, isn't it?
Yeah. I only had liabilities, so I didn't get no money from it, but. I could outrun Mustangs of that time. So with that little Beetle, so
nice.
The Beetles are so light; it didn't really take much to get them going. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's my first car and my favorite car, I should say. Well, one of my favorites. My favorite car is my Chrysler 300 SRT that I had. So, Tim, more on cars. If you were to win the lottery and were able to buy any type of vehicle you could get, what would it be?
Oh gosh, I am not a car guy.
A red one.
Yeah, not a red one, no.
A blue one.
I don't like red or white cars. I don't know what it is, but no, I would probably say like a really cool Mustang or like a Charger, a Challenger, some sort of a muscle car, I guess.
That's pretty cool. Most people that say like Ferraris or Lamborghini or things like that.
I like
Not
those
really.
new Challengers too, man. They're sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are sharp cars.
Yeah. Yeah, so all right, healthy. All right, later, Billy. Thanks for dropping by.
See you, Billy.
See you, Billy.
All right, yeah. Wait, so as that doors, they do have some issues, especially in the old style cars like that. That at some point I'd have a problem with it just popping open on me, so I had to have a special lock inside to make sure if it didn't pop open, the door wouldn't fly open. So they can be dangerous. Of course, that's why they're called suicide doors. So, but yeah. I mean, it's the best. Those bugs, man. They're just really fun cars. Just tootle around.
Did you buy it with the suicide doors, or did you?
No, that's the way I bought it. I bought chop top suicide doors and custom interior. But then I actually had it parked at my parents' house for a minute while I was still living somewhere else, and I came back one time and I had it under car cover. I took the car cover off, and there's this big old dent in the top of the roof. It's like, how the hell did this happen? So I found out my neighbor had some guys working on his roof, and they had a ladder over there. I guess it fell on the car, and they didn't say nothing. So I was like, but really, I took it to the body shop, and they just popped it right back out. So
but while we're talking about cars, I do have a bit of a confession. I have never driven a stick shift. Do you guys know how to drive a stick shift?
That's how I learned.
Yeah.
My buddy had a little Ford stick, and he taught me how to drive it because my parents had automatics, so I couldn't learn from them. So, but I learned. I wanted to learn.
I learned on a 1989, I think, or 86 Hyundai Pony. My dad took us for a fishing trip and was like, "You're gonna learn how to drive stick," and there was a lot of this going on. But I eventually figured it out.
A lot of stalling too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I learned on my first car. It was that 72 Super Beetle. Here in Texas, you can get a learner's permit at 15, but you have to have an adult in the car that's over 18 with you. At 15, and at 16 you can drive by yourself. But I actually got the car when I was 14 and a half, and I was in the Boy Scouts, and so every Monday my dad would drive us to Boy Scouts in the car, and we get there a little early, and we just drive around the parking lot, learning how to drive the stick shift. So that's pretty good by the time I was able to actually go out and drive myself. So
yeah, I never wanted one though. I wanted to learn how to drive one, but I never wanted to buy a stick. Just I don't know. I never enjoyed driving it really, to be honest.
It can be hard on your knees. I actually got rid of I had a Focus ST that I did everything to. And I spent like 10 grand on it and getting it to have more, horsepower and torque and styling things. And it started really hurting my knees after. And I drove mostly stick most of my life. And I was just like, well, this car's got to go now because walking is better.
Well, yeah, I mean, overall, man, I love stick shifts. So, and someday, if I ever get a fast car, I mean, if I just get a regular car, I'll keep automatic. But a fast car, I would prefer to have stick shift. But a lot of people say that they prefer automatic fast car. But every time I had a stick shift car, and of course, it's back in my younger days, admittedly, but my stick shift version of the car that I had and put against a automatic version of the same car, I would always win. Because I was just really good at stick shift, So.
The automatics are geared so much better now than they used to be, though. You wouldn't find that anymore in the newer cars, because they're just so incredibly there is no lag time at all the way they shift now. But it's, I find though, I drove a Honda Fit a few weeks ago that was stick digging, and even though they're like slow as hell, I actually had so much fun driving it just because it was stick. And I bet you if it was an auto, I wouldn't have as much fun driving it. So I think even if it's like a slow car, like having it be stick shift is just more fun to drive, right? Like it's just, you're always doing something. It's fun.
Too, I even got so good sometimes I was able to shift the stick without using the clutch. Because the synchro, if synchronized just right, you can do it without the clutch.
Yeah, I do that on my motorbike.
I had a summer job where at one time they had a 3-speed on the stick truck, and I used to drive for delivering stuff and picking up stuff for the company. That was weird. It's like if it's a stick with in the middle here, it's easier to drive, I think, that way than it is with up here.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's like the only other car that I've seen like that is like my grandpa when I lived with him in Hungary for a couple of years had an old Trabant. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that car. It's like I don't know, it's made in like Yugoslavia or something. I don't know. But it's like this little, it was the same thing too, Ron. It was 3 gears. There's a clutch, but the actual shifting was this like arm that's beside the steering wheel, which is really interesting.
Yeah. So they called it a 3 on the tree or something like that, I believe.
All right, so it's coming up on the hour, so we'll start wrapping it up. So, guys, if you have any questions out there in the chat, feel free to put them in, and we'll go ahead and wrap it up at 10. I guys got a few more questions.
Okay.
And it just flew out my head. Have you ever had that problem? You think of something, and then you say something else, and all of a sudden that thought just went out of your head.
Yeah, I do it all the time, especially the older I get.
Oh man,
How you doing?
This is so terrible. Hey, Smelly, how's it going? So Tim, is there anything else you would like to add or put out there that we haven't talked about before? Or
oh man, I think we covered a lot of stuff actually. So I mean, first things first, I just want to thank you guys again just for having me. It's been a lot of fun actually. No, I always get a little nervous before these things because it's all kind of new to me, honestly. But just thank you guys for having me, and it's been cool seeing everyone in the chat, just having a good time as well. So, if you guys ever have any questions or need any guidance, we got a lot of sense. So if you're looking for something specific, always shoot me we have a messaging app on the website. I got Instagram is probably the best way to get in contact with me. So, I'm always happy to help, always happy to, if you guys just even want to talk, that's fine too. I'm here.
Cool. That's nice.
Awesome.
All right.
Yep.
And I will, let's see what, I think I'll just go ahead and get to that mustache wax here tonight and that beard wash. So you'll be having
No, it's great having you, Tim. You're a great guest,
Thank you.
So.
Yeah, so you'll be having an order for a mustache wax and beard wash coming here a little bit later.
That sounds good, man. I'll be working tonight, so I'll keep an eye out for it.
All right. So so if nobody had any more questions, we know we do go on to our next section. Tim, if you want to stay on for that, that's fine. It's our information section, our news section. Just the information that people want to be put out. So we will get into that here just right now. Now, I actually kind of hate to do this when we have a company owner, but this new section is about just information about other companies, real quick, just like releases or discounts putting up. But Corona Dirtha has a new scent called Dragon's Blood. Ferocious is a new collaboration scent from its collaboration corner section, and that is the Aqua di Zio from Beardyvlogger. So who doesn't like Beardyvlogger? He's an awesome dude.
Yeah.
And that scent is bergamot, neroli, tangerine, rosemary, mango, grapefruit, and patchouli. And the second one is actually mine, which is Texas Cowboy, which is Texas cedarwood, pine needle, and tobacco flower. And Ishabox Beardworks said they have a new scent coming up called Vanilla Tobacco. And Coast to Coast Beards is 50% off all their current stock on the site because they are rebranding, coming out with some new stuff. So they're just trying to get all their stuff out right now. And that's it for the news. I don't have anything else to put out there. Do you have Ron or Mick? Do you have anything?
Nope, got nothing.
No, just Tim, do you have any sales coming up?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of our we have, I think, 5 or 6 affiliates at this point. Whenever you find one of our affiliates, they have 30% off. They do get a 10% commission. So I mean, just want to be, clear that they.
Oh, you're breaking up a bit.
Breaking up. Let's see if we come back. Go back to my comments. I missed some comments. Healthy, don't tell Ray to go home. Yeah, Healthy, come on now. Healthy's trying to bully everybody.
Yeah, Ray's a nice guy. Don't tell him to go home.
Yeah, we're gonna put you in time out there, the Healthy. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah. Healthy needs to go in timeout. picking on our guests in the chat.
Oh, Tim, can you hear us, Tim?
Tim, if you can hear us, you might want to just jump out and jump back in with the link. That should clear it up for you. Unless a storm hit and...
Maybe he heard us.
Yeah, maybe the storm...
Well, yeah, we'll go ahead and give him a few minutes before he shut down, get back on, to see if he wants to get back on. So I know he's still talking in the middle of that. Who's it?
Yep. Or if you can't get back in, you can maybe put it in the chat,
Yeah.
Talking about the sale and the affiliates.
Yeah. Joshua wants in. Joshua, that is for our other lives, Joshua. All right, we'll give him a few more minutes. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and get out of here. But let's talk about what we got coming up for the week. You got anything coming up for the week, Mick?
Well, like for videos, yeah. I don't know what I have coming up till I'm usually like 4 to 8 weeks in advance. I just have them auto post. I think I have a review coming up next, or it could be a geared update. I don't know, something like that. All
right, Tim. So you kind of cut out when you're talking about. You just talked about the affiliates and their discount, and just right after that, you cut out. So we missed everything out there.
Yeah, so I mean, usually our sales run somewhere in the 20 to 30% off range, even up to 40 in some cases. We do every year. Last year was huge. We do a Black Friday sale for 50% off everything in store. So keep an eye out for that coming later this year, obviously. But in July, we'll have a very big sale coming up. So definitely keep an eye out for that. That's going to be our 6-year anniversary sale.
Wow.
So we're going to be doing a big one.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah,
thank you.
All right, so thanks everybody for coming in and joining the stream. Yeah, there we go. I think we're all having some issues today.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, thanks everybody for joining in. Had a really great time talking to Tim here and with our hosts, me, Ron, and Mick. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next time in 2 weeks. We have our next creation station. Not sure who we have on yet, but hopefully we'll get somebody in here. And I know the 4 weeks from now, because we do this creation station every 2 weeks. So 4 weeks from now, we'll have. Should I go ahead and say it, Ron? And
yeah,
we'll go ahead and have it on McMahon from Socially Bearded. We'll have him on in 4 weeks. So that's gonna be cool to see and talk to him. All right. So other than that, thank you, everybody, and everybody have a good night. And
thanks, guys.
Thanks for joining.
I'm gonna roll this outro.